Hello there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Canada's Movie and TV Hosers. I am Gregory Barrett, and this is my lovely wife, Christine.
Hi, everybody.
And here's our lovely kitty, Fluffy Kitty. She's all passed out now. So this is a show where we talk about a lot of pop culture things, movies, trailers, streaming, TV, books, audiobooks, pretty much whatever we want. So today, we're just going to break it down. We're going to go through a little bit of news, and that's going to include Christine's top 10. Then we're going to do a bunch of trailers. Then we're going to review a bunch of movies and TV shows. And then afterwards, we'll get to the comments. So let's start it off with sad news from yesterday.
Yes.
Lisa Marie Presley died at age 54.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate. You remember her from all those Naked Gun movies?
No, I just know her in general, in the public. I don't remember in Naked
You
Gun
weren't a big
movies.
fan of Leslie Nielsen?
I do like Leslie Nielsen, but I don't think I saw many of them.
The first one was great.
He's
The
always-
second, and then
he's
it
always
was
funny.
kind of diminishing returns, but
He was
I
always
think
funny.
I saw all three of them.
I didn't know she was in them. But,
She was the love interest for Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, I don't remember that. But basically, yeah, and it was very sudden. She was just at the Golden Globes on Tuesday, and she was celebrating the movie about her father.
Elvis.
And she thought that movie, she said it was mind-blowing. And she said she didn't know what to do with herself after she saw it.
Did
she had
she
to
like
take
it?
5 days to process it because it was so incredible.
Wow.
So spot on and just so authentic that I can't even describe what it meant. That's what she said to E.T. at the red carpet on Tuesday night. But she had, I think it was a cardiac incident.
I mean, I enjoyed that movie a lot, and didn't you?
I did.
But what would she think of it?
She loved it.
Jeez.
So I thought it was great.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's why it moves into my top 10
Yep,
list.
let's do Christine's top 10.
Okay.
The little asterisk, though, as we don't see every movie, but you didn't see a big
No.
movie last
There's
year.
movies that I want to see.
Christine still hasn't seen Avatar 2.
No, I haven't seen that. I didn't see Seeing Red. I didn't see Tar.
Turning Red.
Turning Red. I didn't see Tar.
I didn't see Tar either.
There's a few that I want to see. I still haven't seen Pinocchio
Which one?
either. But I'm thinking of Del Toro's Pinocchio.
Guillermo del Toro's,
I
yeah.
haven't seen that yet.
People didn't like the Disney
I can tell
one.
you some of the movies I did see that I didn't care for. But basically, this is my top 10. I have the top
Okay,
3.
start at the bottom. Start at 10.
No, it doesn't. I don't do it like that. My top 3 are Nope, Elvis, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Those are my
Okay.
top 3. They're up there above the rest. Then the rest, it's really hard to put them in an order.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard. I've almost got a top 9. Lost City with Sandra Bullock. I love that. I had a lot of fun. I thought of what movies did I see, and I really remember having a good time, and I enjoyed them.
Uncharted.
Not Uncharted. That on the
Come
not
on.
list.
We had a fun time. All
I
three of us
did
went to
not.
go see
I was
it.
so mad about Uncharted. It was so ridiculous and so insulting to the audience. So I
Based on a
enjoyed.
video game, it was way over the top,
was-
you know.
Oh yeah, ships don't
Had
rot.
bad dialogue,
in
but it
the
was
ocean
fun.
for years, and they don't rot even though they made it.
It
of
was
wood.
on the beach.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, not that movie. Lost City, Thor: Love and Thunder. I like the dog movie. I like Puss in Boots. I like Wakanda Forever. I like Prey. I like Knives Out. I liked
Glass Onion.
Yeah, The Glass Onion. I also liked Amsterdam, Temple of Sadness, Super Pets, The League of Super Pets.
DC League of Super Pets, yeah.
That was
With Dwayne
fun.
Johnson and Chris Hart.
Bullet Train was fun. And Death on the Nile, Doctor Strange. The Downton Abbey was much better, I thought, than the first Downton Abbey movie. And,
That was
yeah.
this year? I
yeah, that was
barely
this year. I had to
remember.
go through and look at all the movies that I saw.
Was that when the king was coming to see them? Was that the second
no,
one,
this
or was that the
about
first one?
That was the first one. I didn't care for it, really.
Oh, it was when she inherited that
It's about
property in
the-
France.
It's about the old lady. Yeah, the
Yeah, she was
grandmother.
inheriting property.
Yeah.
I
and she
can barely
passed.
remember those movies.
Well,
but I'm not
I
really a
watched the
Downton
show,
Abbey fan.
so I did enjoy that. I also like the Marry Me movie. We saw that it was in 2022.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was a cute
J-Lo.
movie. Yeah, so those
With
are ones
Owen
that I
Wilson.
had fun.
It was
There's
alright.
also one that I can't read what I wrote. But anyway, I did enjoy those movies.
There's way more than 10, though.
I know. I couldn't really rate them all.
I think you
I have a
misunderstood the
top
point
3.
of this exercise.
Those
It's
are the
supposed
movies
to
I
go
enjoyed. The movies that
10 to
really
1 in
bothered
order.
me were, yes, Uncharted was
Okay,
terrible.
It's on your worst for the list.
The Invitation was
That
terrible.
was just dumb.
I did not care for the Batman movie. It really bothered me.
Wow, you're in the minority there. 'Cause
I
most
did
people
not
loved it.
like a brooding 29-year-old acting like he was 11 years old. I thought that was
vengeance.
not good. Those are some that I didn't care for. Yeah, there was quite a few I didn't really like, but these are the ones that I thought were a good time. So if you get a chance to see these movies,
The Woman
go
King
to them.
didn't make
I
your
never
list?
saw The Woman King.
Oh, it's back in theaters next week
Yeah, I didn't see
probably for
that one.
awards, so you
I
can
don't-
check it out in the theater.
I'm
Viola Davis.
trying to catch them on streaming now
Okay.
because I don't have a chance to go to the movies that much. I also like that Enola Holmes movie. I talked about that on our show.
There's a Noel Holmes 2.
Yeah, Enola Holmes 2.
Yeah.
And I
you
said
mentioned
Prey,
that.
right? Prey.
Yeah,
You like
I still
that one?
haven't
that
gotten
was
to
also
that.
streamy.
Prey is the best Predator movie, even better than the first one with Schwarzenegger. It's
For
really
sure.
good.
For sure. So those were Nope, Elvis, and Everything Everywhere All at Once were my top 3. The other ones were really fun, but those are the ones that were more meaningful to me.
Nope was
Yeah.
your number 3.
No,
Elvis was number 2,
no,
and
Nope,
Everything
I'd
Everywhere
say
All
it's
at Once
number
was
1.
number 1.
Nope is number 1.
Uh,
Everything Everywhere All at Once
you
number
didn't
2,
mention-
and number 3 I think would be Elvis.
you didn't mention
Okay.
Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah, that's the worst movie
That's
ever.
on the worst list.
Very much worst list.
Everyone's
I don't
talking
understand.
about it.
Like I said, this is no Waking Ned Divine. You think of the movie Waking Ned Divine, how awesome that movie was. It's in the same kind of setting, same kind of people. How enjoyable it was, how fun it was, how meaningful it was.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at the Banshees of Inisherin. They
People are in the minority
They
on
don't
that,
even.
Jer.
I don't know why people are enjoying it. Yes, sir, the acting's good, but I mean it's horrible, and you never even hear the fiddle tune. You never even get to hear the
Is
whole
that
tune.
why you don't like it?
Yes,
Because they keep.
as a fiddler, the name of the tune is the name of the movie, and we only hear a little bit of the tune, and it doesn't sound that good anyway. So
It's Chekhov's gun. You know that concept?
no.
Okay, Chekhov's gun is if you show something in a movie or talk about it, then you have to you have to use it. So
Yeah.
Chekhov, you got to use the
I
gun.
wanted an awesome song at the end of that movie, something to be rewarded for going through the pain of watching it, but we didn't get that. Anyway, Puss in Boots was really fun. I really enjoyed Amsterdam. I know you didn't like it.
Most people didn't.
I thought it was really fun, and it reminded me more of my grandfather's generation where people did like to sing. They were always singing songs and stuff like that, and that was, it just,
Yeah.
I think it was really
It's come
authentic.
down. Banshees of Inisherin is 97% critic rating, but it's come down to
Well-
76% audience score, so we are in the minority because we didn't enjoy it. It didn't work for us.
Maybe it's only fiddlers that don't like
Okay.
it. Because
But
as
I'm
a
not a-
fiddler, I was insulted by it.
I don't play the violin
But
or any
I know,
instrument.
it was really insulting to me.
I just,
See, to me, I don't know.
I'm not going to spoil it, but I just
Yeah.
thought the whole story was really dumb.
Now, if I look at Bullet Train versus Lost City, those two movies are very similar. I really like the Lost City better. I
Yeah,
had
you
more
really
fun
enjoyed it more than I did.
watching that
it was
movie.
fun.
I still like Bullet Train. They shared in each other's movies. I still like Bullet Train, but I thought that the Lost City had way more humor.
Yeah, it was the
And it was a
opposite
bigger
for me.
story.
I really enjoyed Bullet Train more, while you enjoyed Lost City more, but we both enjoyed them.
they were
However,
both fun.
yeah, let us know what you think of any of Christine's movies there on her top 10, but really, let us know what if you've seen Banshees of Inisherin. Leave a comment down below.
So why
Whether
did
you
like
enjoy it or whether you hate it, let us know and tell us why. Why you love it or why you hate it. What worked for you? Because we both reviewed it and it didn't work for us.
No.
Check out in previous
People are
episodes.
loving it.
But everyone's loving it. Even
Yeah.
audiences, 76%.
I
And
really say to
it
them,
was like in the 90s for
Yeah.
audience support, so it's come down a bit.
I really say compare it to Waking That Divine, then see, maybe you just, this year for film wasn't a great year for film. I don't know. Oh, The Menu was the other one. That was the one I couldn't read. I thought it said The Manger. I'm like, I didn't watch a movie
I don't
called The
think
Manger.
this I know everyone's going to disagree with me, but I don't think this year was the best year for film.
No, it wasn't.
And why is because there was a lot of droughts this year.
Yes.
Now, that's supposed to change in 2023. This year, we're supposed to be getting lots and lots of stuff.
Yes.
So far, they haven't come through on that. I mean, we got Megan, which people are enjoying, but it's not going to be movie of the year or anything. I'm in the minority because I said I didn't like it.
I also think...
Well, I was disappointed by it. It was fine, but fine means easily forgettable.
Like, in the fall, there was a lot of time where I could have gone to a movie and there was nothing new showing. And there were a lot of movies, like, say, that Tar movie, one that I didn't come to our theater. So I'm going to have to try to get caught up. I'm going back to the list of movies, and I'm going to try to watch some of those, because they really didn't come to our theater.
Well, the awards movies,
no,
you're saying?
No, just all the movies that I've heard about that sound good. Yeah, I'm gonna, and like I want to see The Woman King. I didn't get to see that. That's another one on my watch list.
I believe it's going to be in theaters here next weekend, so there's your opportunity.
I don't have much time on the weekend. Anyway, those are the ones I liked.
Okay.
So
let us know what you think of Christine's top 10 list, or let us know your own top 10 list. Okay, down in the comments below.
Mine's more like a top 10
So let's move. Yours was all over the place. Okay, next year we're going to do 1 to 10.
It's hard for me because these are the ones I like.
Okay. Moving on, trailers. There was a big trailer on Monday with Monday Night College Football in the U.S.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I just watched the trailer the next day. So we got the final trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So this is so go on YouTube, watch this trailer. This looks really big and epic.
It does.
This is not a palate cleansing. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
It's a little bit giving stuff away, though.
A fun comedy after a big event in the MCU, which is what the other two Marvel films have been. The other two Ant-Man films have been. So we got Ant-Man after Age of Ultron, one of your favorite MCU movies, and people are calling for them to bring back Ultron, which I think would be great.
Well, just make a good movie
and we got Ant-Man 2 after Infinity War, because the ending of it is tied to Infinity War. I didn't enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasp that much. I feel that's one of the lesser films. Kind of boring.
A little bit. Like, I don't
kind of juvenile.
See that
I enjoyed it.
Fun as the other ones.
Let's be honest. All the MCU movies are good. Okay, and I enjoy all of them.
I don't think so.
I enjoy all of them.
Some of them are
but some are better than others, and this was one of the weaker MCU films for me. It had humor in it, but it wasn't that funny.
It was okay. And, but the only thing is this trailer is giving away some of the things, because we know that Michelle Pfeiffer's character doesn't want them to go to this.
Yeah, that was in a previous trailer.
We know she doesn't want them to go there.
This looks like a big epic battle.
Saying why. And now in the trailer we are finding out why. It's because there's someone there that can change time.
Well, we got that from the previous trailer, that Kang is there.
I didn't know why,
Kang the Conqueror.
Because she's afraid, she knows that he's going to want to go back in time. And that can mess up, as we know, mess up everything.
What we're getting from this trailer is Kang wants Ant-Man to do something for him. And then
a bargain with the devil.
So that he can send him back in time to be with his daughter, because he missed his daughter growing up for 5 years when he was stuck in the quantum well.
Yeah.
Well.
And she knew that he was going to want to do that, but that causes problems, and that's why she didn't want him to go there.
Anyway, it's Kang. He's a big bad villain.
He's like the devil, right?
Played by Jonathan Majors. He's not the devil in the Marvel universe.
But he's made a bargain with the devil. Essentially, is what this appears to be. Yeah, that's how they're setting it up, anyway.
So Kang is another big villain in the Marvel universe, similar to Thanos or what are some other big villains? Ultron. Loki is a big villain, but he's kind of
a fun villain. He's not always bad.
Apocalypse is a big villain. That's X-Men, though.
I don't know.
Magneto is a big villain.
I know Magneto.
I think of Red Skull, but Red Skull doesn't do all that.
Like
Doctor Doom, which, by the way, even though this is a sidebar from this Ant-Man and the Wasp, I did look up the Doctor Doom stuff for you. Because you were interested in Doctor Doom.
Like, I'm watching Jack Ryan. Is he a doctor of, finance? Is he
No, he's not a doctor at all, apparently, according to this.
He's not a physician?
On Wikipedia, no, because he went to school in the United States, which is how he meets Reed Richards and the,
Okay, what did he take in school?
And the other... I don't know. He went to Empire State University, because that's where they all went. But he got kicked out.
Oh, so he doesn't have even a degree, even an undergraduate.
Yeah, apparently he took on the monocle of Doctor Doom.
He's like some of those opticians that are saying they're doctors.
So
they're not.
he's like Dr. Oz, okay?
Isn't he an actual doctor?
Allegedly.
I think he's an actual doctor. But there are some people that
There's been a lot of people that are upset at that guy.
And they're not doctors.
Hey,
anyway.
Kitty. Good kitty. So anyway, Doctor Doom is not a real doctor, but he's not the big bad in this one. It's Kang the Conqueror.
Okay.
So this is going to be a big Avengers level event. I think this is where because we saw Kang before in Loki season 1, which by the way, you don't have to watch any of this stuff to watch this movie. You can just jump right in, and then you can always go back and watch the backstory. So we saw that, and now because of that happened, now we're getting Kang in the quantum realm. Michelle Pfeiffer knows about him.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to this. This is the next big movie. It's exciting.
It looks a bit epic, and it looks like there's big emotion.
Very epic.
There looks like there's big failure in it. It looks a lot more in depth than that second Ant-Man. The first Ant-Man was an introduction. The second one, this would have been the second one, I guess.
This is the second one.
No, this is the third one.
This Ant-Man, then there's Ant-Man the Wasp, now there's Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania.
Yeah, this is the third movie.
They just keep adding more words to the title.
Yeah, but
it's not 1, 2, and 3.
It looks like it has a lot of depth. And that's what some of these movies are missing.
This looks
epic. This looks actually really good, like The Winter Soldier or something like that. But you can't have
every one of your movies being the world's ending event, right?
No, just
that's the problem DC keeps having. Marvel does too.
No,
you need to have smaller things like with The Winter Soldier, although that did bring down S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's a personal. It looks like these are getting personal, and you're seeing them as real people, and that's what some of those movies, of course, are lacking. This one appears that you're seeing real people going through real traumatic things.
It's not a celestial is going to come up out of the earth, and the earth is going to be destroyed. You know, it doesn't always have to be the world's ending event.
It to have more.
But this is going to be a big event. I'm really looking forward to Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. Can't get here soon enough. Are you looking forward to it?
I am. The trailer got me more interested in it because it does look like it's going to be a Marvel movie that actually was thought out.
What do you think of do you think Jonathan Majors is going to do a good job as Kang the Conqueror?
I'm not that familiar with the character, but he looks awesome in the trailer.
Okay.
It looks pretty epic.
Yeah, they make him look comic book accurate by putting the helmet on him with the blue screen. But then they take it off, and Jonathan Majors there.
Well, it looks really interesting. It looks like a world of clocks.
Okay, so Christine's looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys thought about the new Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania trailer down in the comments below.
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit more on that, but I'm going to cut it short. So
because
we got tons of other things. So they released the new 25th anniversary trailer for Titanic because it's coming out in February, re-release.
Right.
Did this trailer make you excited to go see that?
Well, the first time I saw it with my mom and my Aunt Betty. Hi, Aunt Betty. And we had a really good time way back in the day. So I'll probably take our daughter to see it. Because I think she has seen it. We did watch it a while ago. And she has a big crush on Leo. She's a big Leo fan. So I think she'll be drooling in it. Anyway, I think she'll really enjoy it. Yeah, it's younger Leo. She's not used to that. So I think we'll probably go to see it. Yeah, I love the movie because I always was interested in Titanic anyway. Being from like Nova Scotia and everything, we always.
This trailer didn't really show the ship at all.
Oh, well, the movie does. It's the same movie. But
you want to put that in the trailer. What about for people who weren't around 25 years ago to see it?
There's probably going to be another trailer. This trailer was focusing on the people.
For a re-release? I don't think so.
Yeah, they usually. It's James Cameron. He can do what he wants. It's made the most money. Yeah. He can do what he wants.
Isn't it still the number 3 all-time highest grossing film? 3 or 4?
And now it's going to be released again.
So it's going to make more money.
It'll pop up. It's a beautiful movie. I found that I didn't really like. I found Rose was a bit stilted. I think she's a much better actress now. But
Kate Winslet.
I found Kate. She's a bit
she's
stilted.
won awards.
I know since then.
Yeah. But she was young.
I know she was young, and I found that was the thing I didn't like about the movie, is that she wasn't as, I don't know, she was just a bit stilted compared to everyone else. But she's much better now. I wish she would have had a little bit of more lessons before she did it. But it's a great movie, though.
Yeah. I admit, it's definitely a great movie. I'm not going to pay to go see this in the theater.
It's a girl movie.
James Cameron... No, I wouldn't say that.
Well,
it's a great movie, and you'd have to be the number 3 or 4 film of all time. But I'm trying to be more, conservative with my money because I'm poor now. So I'm not going to go see this. And if there's other things out, which there probably will be, I'll go see that.
I'm seeing this as a
This
mother-daughter.
trailer didn't make me excited. In fact, I don't think it did a good job. If someone hadn't seen this movie before, I don't think it did a good job selling the movie. I really don't think so.
I think most people have seen it. Anyway, I'm going to go. It's going to be a mother-daughter event. We're going to go together. And I think that's the kind of thing it's going to be.
That sounds nice. Anyway, let us know what you guys think. Are you going to go see the re-release of Titanic this February? They're making a big deal of it because it's for Valentine's Day. Let us know if you haven't seen Titanic and you're ever before.
You're under a rock somewhere.
Okay, and watch this. There's a lot of people who weren't around, People who could be 20 now who weren't even born when that came out in 97,
I know,
I believe.
But it's been very available.
They said 25th. I was pretty sure it came out in 97, which would make this the 26th anniversary.
Home, so yes, that would be, it was around that time.
I'm pretty sure it was 97 then. Did you go see this in theaters? Yeah, 97.
I told you I went to see it in theaters
with
my mom and my aunt. And we had a good time.
I didn't get to see many theater movies in the theater back in 97.
Oh.
So
I didn't either, but this was something we all went to see. Because, being from this side of the country, we all know about the Titanic. I mean, it's a big deal. You can go to the graves in Halifax and see they have pieces of the ship there. It's really fascinating to see the big pieces of woodwork and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that before. So
everyone in Halifax?
And I haven't been there for a long time, but they had some pieces of it that floated, I guess.
Where is it? No, it's
Halifax. Anyway, so we all know the story. I mean, it's a very dramatic story.
Yeah, it's number 3 on the all-time worldwide life row. Still, it's number 3, and it came out in 97. So isn't this then? Isn't this the 26th anniversary? If my math is not incorrect. Pretty sure that makes 2023. Your 26th anniversary. They might have missed it from last year.
No, but maybe it just came out in December of 96. I don't know. I know I was living at home
forever.
And it was when I was there. I wasn't at home during the fall of 96, but I was home after that.
Earliest release date, December 19th, 1997. Yeah, okay. So they pushed it to Valentine's Day because Avatar came out, his other movie came out in December.
I don't care.
Otherwise, they're going to be competing with each other.
Right.
Which you don't want to do. It's the same studio.
I won't be home to take my mom and Aunt Betty again, but...
If you haven't seen Avatar, if you're looking forward to seeing this, if you're not interested, let us know down in the comments below because we want to hear from you. What trailer did we watch next? Oh, Beau is Afraid with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
I think this is coming directly to Netflix from A24.
It is? Yeah, A24. I like the look of that. That looked very interesting.
Weird.
Very interesting.
I'm going to caution you. I'm not going to go see this because it's made by Ari Aster, and he made Hereditary and Midsommar, and both those. And you don't want to, okay?
Oh.
My advice: don't watch either of those 2 movies, Hereditary or Midsommar, especially Midsommar, because I am scarred for life having seen those in the theater.
Joaquin Phoenix picks some good movies.
They're very disturbing films.
I think this is a good one.
What makes you say that? The trailer?
Who's in it?
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, and also we've got
some weird stuff.
Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to it. We've got what's his name? Nathan Lane.
2020
is a major player in the movie as well.
Okay. Says it's a comedy drama.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't make comedy dramas.
Nathan Lane is a big
No, it's not Netflix. I apologize. It's A24, so we're
probably
going to get a theatrical release in April, yeah.
It sounds like it. Yeah, it's A24. It looks very interesting.
Comedy, drama, horror. Oh, see, it's going to be more horror.
Well, it's a bit of, what was that movie with Kathy Bates when she had the guy hostage there?
Oh, Misery?
Misery. It looks a bit of Misery. And that's what I thought of.
Beating the guy.
Well, it's Misery.
He's like, you're not going anywhere.
It looks like
beating
a bit
his
of
legs.
Misery. Yeah, it looks like Misery, but in a different way.
This guy's made 3 films, and his first 2 films I did not enjoy at all. They have high critic rating, but Midsummer has a 63 audience score. It's very disturbing. Oh. And then Hereditary is a 69% audience score. I say that because they're considered horror movies, although they're not your traditional thriller or horror movies. They don't try and get you. It's not gory.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, it's not. There's no jump scares. There might be a couple, but not really. Right. So they don't rely on jump scares. It's not you're sitting there and it's just tension all the time. It's really disturbing concepts and imagery that I'm telling you that I'm scarred for life having watched this.
This doesn't seem to be the same.
I think you're mistaken. I think they're pulling a fast one on you because Midsummer wasn't supposed to be like that, and I walked out there like,
movie that I would like to
what
see.
did I just see?
I have a feeling I'm gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. From just what I saw in the trailer, I think it's one you're not going to like.
Go watch Midsummer with Florence Pugh there.
It's going to science fiction a bit.
Or Hereditary.
Like. Okay, well, they were talking about this one. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I think it looks really awesome.
So that's 8
and I like Nathan Lane a lot. Yes, I think it looks great.
Okay, Christine's excited. I'm staying away from this because I know this director, and I know you're going to be very, very disappointed afterwards. Or at least I would be.
I don't think you're going to like it.
What do you guys think of this trailer and this new Joaquin Phoenix movie? Let us know down in the comments below. Next, at your request, we watched the trailer for Doctor Who. It came out 2 weeks ago, but we missed it.
I saw it at Christmas.
I apologize.
Why didn't Gregory talk about Doctor Who?
Because I don't look up. I don't watch Doctor Who. I'm not interested in it, so it's just not for me. So I didn't look up if there's Doctor Who stuff. That's why I didn't. Wasn't brought to my attention.
Came across.
But what did you think of this trailer?
Oh, I'm really excited because you're not aware of the Doctor Who thing, but basically there's numerous doctors, right?
Yeah, there's a new one every couple of years.
Is my favorite Doctor, and I think he's most people's favorite Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I also like Peter Capaldi, but he was different. But the thing is, each Doctor has a companion, and David Tennant did have a couple of companions. Each of them has different companions, but the epic Doctor Who's that I like the best are with the Doctor and Donna. Donna is his. They actually call her the Doctor Donna. Anyway, and she
is that Karen Gillan?
Hilarious. No, no, she came later.
She was on Doctor Who before.
Donna is an older character, older lady. Then they got rid of her and they put in some young chickie, Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan?
Yeah.
Was she blonde in that?
No. Anyway,
that was a different.
She's red hair. No, that was after. This is after Donna. She came after Donna.
Okay.
Yeah, and she actually had a boyfriend or man with her that came next. But this is David Tennant and the Doctor, Donna. Those two characters are the most hilarious, and it was the best. I found the best Doctor
Okay, so this
series.
Trailer is just for a special, like
it's
a 1 hour special.
Special, is it saying? There's going to be a
with
series
old
of specials.
doctors.
No, it's not. He's coming back.
It's David Tennant and Matt Smith, who were previous doctors.
No, Matt Smith isn't in it.
He was in the trailer.
No, that wasn't Matt Smith. That was what's his face?
Okay.
Doogie Howser. That's who's in it.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
Mm-hmm. He plays a villain.
Pretty sure it was Matt Smith.
No, it was him. Anyway, David Tennant is coming back as the 14th Doctor. Mm-hmm. Now that will be really interesting because he was like the 10th Doctor, I believe, and he somehow regenerated and again looks like the 10th Doctor. Now Doctor Who just regenerates and picks a face that they've seen. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why this is the first time he's regenerating and looking like he used to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Donna, of course, is still living. But the whole idea of Donna is that if she finds out that the Doctor is real, her memory was erased. Because if she does remember any of it, she will die.
Does this mean they're getting rid of Jodie Whittaker?
I guess so. I had to stop watching it.
You didn't like her?
No. I couldn't watch it. It just went really downhill. when the season went. I think it's a disservice to her.
Okay.
When she started as the Doctor, it was just like a B film. It just was terrible.
Bad performances or bad writing?
Bad
production? Bad production value.
Yeah, production value. And the main writers left. Like that Russell T Davies, he left.
Mm-hmm.
He was the main person on the show, and they wrote her not like a woman. Everyone was excited to see a woman Doctor.
Okay.
Now, we saw a woman Time Lord in Missy, who was the Master. It's hard to explain, but the Master regenerated and became a woman.
Okay, great.
And she was very feminine.
We don't need to get too much into Doctor Who.
Yes, we do. Anyway, she was very feminine. So we knew that the Doctor could regenerate into a different gender, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when this new Doctor was coming on, everyone was really excited. But they wrote her like she was a man. And she dressed like a man. And she was basically copying sort of Matt Smith's Doctor.
Are they getting good ratings?
No, I don't think so. Well, now she's gone, I guess.
Oh.
She's going. I couldn't watch it anymore. It was too painful.
Okay.
And she had numerous people following her around. I think they tried to make it like the first Doctor Who.
Do you think she's going to be in these new specials?
I don't think so.
About?
I don't think so.
Okay. But you're excited for the specials?
Yeah, and the specials are basically leading to the 15th Doctor.
Okay.
So we'll have to see
She was the
that
14th?
is. No, she was the 13th. David Tennant, I think, was the 10th. And then the 11th was Matt Smith, and then Peter Capaldi was the 13th, and then the 14th. No, 12th. The 13th was her, and now he's the 14th. So she'll be dying off. I don't know if she has or not, because I couldn't watch it anymore. I really couldn't. That's really bad for me to say that, because I love Doctor Who, but I just couldn't get through it. It was poor.
Okay.
Anyway, so now it's not her fault. It was the way they had it written. So hopefully the other writers are back and it's going to be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let us know what you think of this new Doctor Who trailer and the specials that are upcoming. Let us know down in the comments below. Christine is somewhat excited, I guess.
I am. The Doctor and Donna.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we saw, this is the Netflix one, new movie. Looks like a romantic comedy. Your Place or Mine, starring
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher.
Yes.
This is coming soon. Are you excited? Are you going to watch this?
I don't know if I'll say excited.
It's
a romantic
Did this
comedy.
trailer make you want to watch this?
If I had time.
Put that on the poster. Watch if you have time.
We already know the premise. The trailer showed us everything. The trailer was like a mini movie.
It's every other rom-com.
That's what it looks like.
I'm not going to watch this. I'm not really into rom-coms, but I'll watch them if they're fun. But this
it's mind-blowing for some reason or other. Like one of them gets killed or something, and then I don't know. It just we know exactly what's going to happen from the trailer.
Yeah.
The answer is just in the end, who's she going to go with? That's what you got to watch the movie for. I mean, that's kind of lame, but
we know who she's going to go with. Okay, we really do know who she's going to go with at the end of the movie.
And Ashton Kutcher's going to get run over by a train.
No, the twist would be that she doesn't go with Ashton Kutcher because he's the other star of the movie.
Well,
but we know she's going to.
They should delve
And I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure that that's what's going to happen.
This is the problem.
That's my prediction.
They don't delve very deep. Anyway.
No, they're not.
Anyway, I don't know.
People got tired of them. That's why they stopped making them.
If I have to go to the movies for some reason, like I don't know, one of our daughter's friends needs to go to the movies, I'll go and we'll watch it. But other than that, I'm probably not going to watch it.
Ringing endorsement. Are you guys excited for this new Reese Witherspoon, Ashton Kutcher film, Your Place or Mine? Let us know down in the comments below. Or if you're not. Well, and that was all the trailers that we talked about. So, moving on, let's get into our reviews then.
Okay.
So, we got the finale of Willow.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Should I start or do you want to start?
Well, you can start. I know you didn't like it that much.
Yeah, no, this show is dumb. It didn't end very well. They were, some of the effects look really cheap in this, although they did have this crone queen that looked pretty gory, and gross looking. Like, there wasn't blood or anything, but she looked pretty creepy. I'll give it that. That had really good effects in it.
Because she was young, and then she turned into the crone. We knew she was the crone before she changed her looks, but it was interesting.
Anyway, so, yeah, they won in the end, and they were
Not really.
trying to set up a new season.
They lost Graydon.
Yeah, they lost Graydon, because, we're spoiling the crap out of this.
Yeah, this is
because Graydon's got his magic now, and
well, listen,
he's gone.
Yeah. I enjoyed this series. I think it was really poor the first, 3 episodes, sorry. It didn't really get going until they went in the castle, and I think the end episodes were written a lot better and were more consistent, because that was the thing. It was very inconsistent.
I think they cut out more from the beginning episodes, but there was stuff at the end in this last episode was relating. It's remember when we were kids? Well, they didn't show us any of that before, so it had no meaning to it.
The first 3
I think
episodes,
they cut out a lot.
Especially the first
this
2
was probably
episodes.
supposed to be 9 or 10 episodes, and they cut it down to 6.
It really,
or maybe 8 episodes, and they cut it down to 6. But
the first few episodes were not charming. They just were missing parts and were really inconsistent, unless the audience trying to figure out what the heck was going on.
You had to assume a lot of things.
Yeah, and then but the last episodes were a lot better. They were more consistent. You could understand what was happening.
Overall, they did cut out stuff.
I feel like it could have been a lot better series. I still enjoyed it, though. Once we got past it, I wanted to know what was happening the next week. It was an interesting story. I was interested in it. I wanted to see what was happening. So, in that way, I don't think it was the worst thing ever. But it was just a little bit, I think they needed to put a little bit more money into it. It seemed like they didn't give it a big budget or something.
Yeah, it did seem rather cheap.
And whoever was editing it, I don't know, didn't do a good job. I don't know, or did too good a job. I'm not sure.
No.
Anyway, I still had fun with it, and I think it's a fun show. It's just unfortunate the first couple. Just keep on going. It'll be fun. It has a fun ending. I just wish that if the first part would have been the same as the last part, we would have said, it was a fun show. But unfortunately it was soured me a bit in the beginning. But I still did enjoy it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I checked out of this show a while ago, and Kitty wants to be in my way right now, but that's okay.
I was more interested in what was happening. I liked it more than you, but I wish they had put a little bit more into it, because it could have been really good.
The best part of this episode is when Borman, with Graydon and Jade behind him, he does his Bugs Bunny impression, goes down into the ash and burrows along the ground, apparently, and then they come up out of the ash, Bugs Bunny style.
They have weird jokes all of a sudden, and the music is awful. So we got to talk about the end music. So the end music
Dire Straits
is people talking about we got to install microwave ovens and television.
No, the song is Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, which has nothing to do with the show.
If they like the guitar riff, they should have just cut it off. Not have them singing about, and you got your,
What year is that song from?
85. So they try to pick music from the original Willow time, I guess, but that's not appropriate. All the music
in a fantasy world
was just wrong.
But other episodes they use way newer. They use music from within the last 5 years.
But it seemed all of that rock music they were using was inappropriate rock music. I found none of that rock music really
fit with the show.
No,
it was completely. It was wrong. It was wrong to the tone of the show.
Yeah,
the tone of the show is that you're in this magical fantasy world,
medieval world.
It's
medieval times. It's castles and swords. There's no guns, crossbows, things like that.
World.
It's a medieval type of thing,
But it's also supposed to be fun, and there's not any blood, because this is for kids, right?
Pre-cannons, pre-guns.
But also there's magic in this world, right?
There's magic.
And then suddenly they're playing music from within the last 40 years, guitar music,
microwave
and I'm like,
ovens. Yeah,
it seems really. That's the completely different tone. It made no sense to me.
They use the guitar riff fine, but they should have just cut it there. I don't know. it was just odd. And I liked the way they had the drawings at the end. I think that was really good. But the music that was going on
reminded me of Lord of the Rings at the end of Return of the King.
I love the drawings.
But then they're not. But remember in Lord of the Rings, when they had the drawings at the end, and they're playing this beautiful music over top it from Alan Silvestri or Alan Horn. I can't remember who did the music, who did the score, but also they played that Anya music.
Yeah.
And it fit in with the tone of that movie.
Neil Finn wrote the
But then suddenly, but in this, you're watching Willow, and it's like, hey, let's listen to Dire Straits, Money for Nothing.
Yeah. And chicks for free, and meanwhile, like, it's a girl empowering movie. So, I mean, like, I don't know. That music, whoever chose the music, I don't know, they're from a different show. But I enjoyed, the story was cute. They tried to do a lot, and I don't think they had a big budget.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it, we're not going to name it. There was an inappropriate symbol used.
Oh, yeah, that's the one thing I want to talk about. We're not going to say what it is, but we can't be the only ones. Throughout this series, there was these, like, evil doors, and it had a circle on it.
Symbol.
Okay, and it had a symbol, and within that there was a symbol, and I'm like, that looks like another symbol from
the Nazis?
Recent history. Yeah, it was used a lot in the 30s and 40s. I can't be the only one seeing this symbol.
They used it to represent the worm or the chrome.
Now, it's not the exact symbol. It's like a new age version, but I can't be the only one seeing this symbol there. I'm like, why are they using this?
A star with some.
Are they trying to bring back this symbol?
I don't know. I didn't like that at all.
I know this symbol is from thousands of years ago, but I don't think you're ever going to get it back. The Nazis appropriate, you're never going to get it back. They just.
I once watched a show about this guy in DC named Man Woman.
Are we the only ones seeing this symbol in this Willow show? We can't be the only ones. Let us know down in the comments below if you know exactly what we're talking about. It's weird.
I know. I thought it was really strange too, and I didn't care for it. Anyway, all in all, though, they tried to do a lot. They probably weren't given a big budget. Obviously, not a big music budget.
But those songs would be expensive.
I don't know. I don't understand the music, but it was a little show that could.
I think they should have spent the money on either a composer to do it instead of the money for all those songs, because they have to pay all those artists. And that might have been millions of dollars. I don't know.
Put some like violin music in
there. They should have gotten a composer to do a score, or paid Warner Brothers for that Time Life Warner music, and then just put more of those millions of dollars into the production values, make this show better.
Like, it should have been way more medieval, like Bach or something.
What rating would you give this show at the end? I'd give it a worst series ever. No. And if there's a season 2, I'm not wasting my time. It was fun at first, but it just kind of got old. And I was sick of it by the end.
I give it like a 65, but an A for effort. Because I think they were trying to do a lot, and I don't think they had a big budget.
They should put that on the poster as well.
They had restrictions. I did have fun. Mm-hmm. I wanted to know what was happening in the next week. I did want to know. So that means it was fun.
After, I think, like, by the time we got to episode 5, I checked out, and I'm just doing it because I got to finish it now.
Once they got to the castle, I think it moved better.
I do like watching bad stuff, and I might start just a little tease here, I might start a new show. It might be just by myself, where I review bad series or bad movies on purpose that I haven't seen before.
Isn't that, there's a show that already did that.
Yeah, I know there's other shows that do it, but I want to do it too.
No,
to see
the robot is called Mystery Theater 3000 or something. Isn't that what it's called? Maybe you've never seen that because you're not from the same generation. But there was a show that used to do that. We
didn't really like Willow that much. If there's a season 2, are you going to check it out?
Yes.
I say no. What do you guys think? Did you watch Willow? What do you think? Did you not watch it, and why not? Let us know. And whether you liked it or didn't, let us know down in the comments below. We want to hear from you.
Mystery Science Theater 3000. You should check that out.
Good. Next, we watched episode 3 for season 2 of The Bad Batch, which is the new Star Wars series on Disney+.
Yes.
You go first on this one.
Well, I actually watched the whole Bad Batch with our daughter. I started all with the last season and watched it all with her. and then we got caught up.
No, but what did you think of this one episode?
I'm trying to remember which this one it was. This one was the one about Cody, was it not?
Cody was in it.
Yeah.
This is all about Crosshair. We don't even see the rest of the Bad Batch or Omega in this episode.
It's about Cody.
Cody appears.
Well, for me, I thought he was the most important thing.
Okay.
Because he was a good old clone back in the day.
I think we should spoil it.
Cody was a clone that worked with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, and then tried to kill him with Order 66.
But he has the chip, so when they ordered him, he had to execute that order. But he's had a lot of experience, and he's gone through a lot. He's an older clone.
That's a lot of backstory.
So now his programming is almost been overwritten.
Okay. I want to interrupt here. This is a lot of backstory, but you don't need to know all this in order to watch this show.
Maybe more. Anyway, he's trying to question the Empire,
if you've never seen this, you can jump in and watch this.
And Cody is the epitome of a proper clone regular warrior, a reg, as they say.
Yeah, he's one of the
Crosshair
reg.
is seeing
like
that
Rex.
Cody is even questioning it now, whereas he didn't really believe his other, the Bad Batch. He didn't believe them when they were saying that this was bad and everything, and they were going off and on. But now he's hearing the most normal reg he knows, and he's known him for a long time, also saying that he doesn't agree with what's happening. So he's really, and Cody actually does desert.
Also, you see that his life really sucks. They're really making he wakes up in a bunk.
Should have realized
and it's just in a dark room, a small 5x5 room, no windows.
Well, they abandoned him and blew him up. They thought he was blown up. They didn't try to rescue him or anything. They just left him for dead. And then someone came upon him on a launch pad on Camino, and he got back to the Empire. But they don't care about him, and he doesn't even get to lead a unit or anything. And now he's realizing, maybe I am thinking wrong about this. Maybe I should.
He hasn't said anything.
No,
yet.
But when Cody deserts,
Commander Cody deserts. He runs off.
Yes, and now he's questioning his what am I doing here? This jerk guy is my boss, and he is a complete
In this series,
moron.
We're really seeing the progression from clone troopers to the stormtroopers that you see in Episode 4, the original Star Wars, and also in the Rogue One.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, most of the clones are gone because they're being phased out. And also we're seeing why they're being phased out. Because eventually because the reason why they're phased out is because they fought for the Republic. Okay? And now it's the Empire. So it's not just the name change. They fought for the Republic and things were different under the Republic. And now, eventually all the clones come to realize, it's not the Republic anymore. It's completely different. So what do we fight for?
I think it's because that chip is not working in them anymore because they are going through so much life experience, and that's overriding.
That chip was only for Order 66.
No, but it also kept them loyal.
Now, we also see the progression in the uniforms as well, is what I was getting at. So in this episode and in previous, they're just wearing clone armor, but they've taken all the insignia from the Republic and the color has all been removed. And now it's just mostly white, and then there's some black. Okay, but there's no gray, it's just white and black. And we also start seeing changes to the helmet as well. So it's a progression where we're going to get to the Stormtrooper armor. And the Stormtroopers are all recruits. They're not clones.
Something we haven't seen is where have all the clones gone? That is something we have not seen.
No, we haven't.
And
this
I think
episode,
that's going to be a turning point.
as I watched this episode, I think this episode, and really the show, but really you notice in this episode, this is really made for people who love the prequel Star Wars movies. So if you like episodes 1, 2, and 3, not everyone does.
I don't like them.
Tends to be, if you're from an older generation,
But
people tend not to like them, but a lot of younger generations, because they grew up watching them, they love them.
I really like this show. I don't really care for the prequels. I don't like...
Well, they're made by different people, right? So
really
George Lucas made the prequels they want to make, and they got a lot of flaws. I enjoy them, okay? Because they're Star Wars, so I still enjoy them. I
still watched each one probably 5 times at least.
Yeah.
And
I still enjoy them, but I enjoy them a lot, but I admit, they ain't good. Okay? They got a lot of problems with, there's dialogue problems, there's plot problems,
I know, but I still enjoy this show.
Problems with the themes.
It's filling in some of the things that were problems. It's helping us to
so these shows,
issues.
these animated shows are being made by Dave Filoni, and he seems to be a very good storyteller, and he doesn't do anything that would contradict or question George Lucas. What he does is he fills in gaps and he expands on what George Lucas did.
I wish he would have helped him make those three movies.
He expanded on why Order 66 worked the way it did, and which we got from the Clone Wars series.
Yeah.
And it really adds a lot to it. But if you're a fan of the prequel Star Wars movies, and there are lots of them out there, okay, this episode really highlight that because it was all clone troopers, it's lots of references, and also we see the Separatist army, we see the droids and the tanks and everything, they bring all that back, and this really plays on the nostalgia. Because it's been a while since Clone Wars ended, that series.
Right.
And so now we did get season 7, and now they brought in the Bad Batch show. So people who missed that era, they're really getting and this is that interesting transition from the Republic to the Empire. And that's what I talked about last time. That's why I really enjoy this so much. Such an interesting time period.
For me, I find the animated shows have really helped to explain more about Dooku and Grievous, and Dooku's vision of and also, and it would have been, what's his name that died in the first one?
Qui-Gon Jinn?
Qui-Gon. Their view of the Empire is going wrong, and the Jedis are going wrong.
We've seen Qui-Gon Jinn a lot since episode 1.
I find the animated
shows a bunch of times in Clone Wars.
Really helped explain that better. Why Dooku turned.
Dooku?
Dooku, yes.
Yes, okay.
Dooku. Why he turned and why he was fighting against, and why he was against what the Jedis were doing. We found a lot more in the animated shows about that.
Oh, yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense. What I still find is lacking, and I still haven't got a really great progression or explanation, is why Anakin Skywalker really did turn that way. Because to me, that's what I hate about those movies.
The last one?
The last one.
Is episode 3 your least favorite of the prequels?
Like that. No, 2 is terrible. I think it's trying to be a romantic comedy and it fails.
2 was the least for me.
But I do find that
I still enjoy it, though.
Don't have a satisfying explanation as to why a guy who is so great at doing all these missions and knows right from wrong turns and kills all those little Jedis and turns evil. I still have not found that anybody has provided me with the proper explanation of that. I still have a problem.
He's really good at explaining that stuff from the prequels.
That's my major grievance of those 3 movies.
Yeah. For you and for anyone with those same questions, I would say go watch interviews with Dave Filoni, because there's a lot of stuff where he explains the prequels really well, and I would recommend going and checking that out on YouTube.
I haven't been satisfied yet, so maybe we'll see. Maybe
Getting back, we were talking about Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 3.
Maybe it'll be in there, I don't know.
Did you enjoy this episode?
Yes, I did.
I really enjoyed it.
It was a pretty deep one. I really liked it, and
it really shows the Empire taking over. Because they just come into this plan, they're like, it's our planet now, and they're like, no.
Is Crosshair going to go back to them?
Yeah, this was all about Crosshair.
How is that going to work? And he says he's got his chip out, but I don't know if he's even telling the truth.
Well, the side of his head is burned.
Well, because they burnt him when they turned on the engine in the ship that time.
Yep.
So maybe they told him it was out. How would he know? He's not going to medical bay,
I don't know.
Anyway, he might still have it. I'm not sure. But
okay, but did you enjoy this episode? Are you enjoying this season so much?
Yes.
Okay. I'm really enjoying it, and I recommend everyone check out Star Wars The Bad Batch. If you can jump right into Season 2, but if you have time, watch Season 1. The first episode is a long episode. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, and then the rest are all like 22, 23-minute episodes. This is a great series. I'm really enjoying it.
This season is more detailed than the animation in the first season.
Yeah, it gets better each season.
Better animation.
And the storytelling, as you were talking about, is so amazing. And even if you don't know anything about Star Wars, If you like sci-fi and space movies, those genres, this is great. So check out Star Wars Bad Batch. We're going to keep reviewing it each week. Next, we watched on Netflix, we both watched a new movie that dropped, The Pale Blue Eye, starring Christian Bale. Who else was in it? Toby Jones is in it. He keeps popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know the other guy's name.
Oh, Harry Melling. And he
played Edgar Allan Poe.
Harry Potter fans would know him as Cousin Dudley. Harry Potter's cousin.
Harry Melling, yeah. Oh, and Gillian Anderson was in it.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot
Gillian
about
Anderson was in it.
This currently has a 64% critic rating and a 73% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. It's described as a mystery thriller drama. Yeah, it's kind of a murder mystery thriller. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
2 hours, 10 minutes. It's rated R. Did you enjoy this movie? Let's not spoil it.
Okay.
No spoilers here for The Pale Blue Eye. Did you enjoy the mystery?
I enjoyed the explanation of the mystery. I did enjoy that part. But there was part about it that I didn't like. The horror part of it is the part I didn't enjoy. Okay.
I didn't enjoy the level of coincidence in this movie. I'm like, really? I didn't go along with that.
Yeah,
there's too much coincidence. I'm like, nope.
The whole story with that family, the family story is weird, and I felt like it needed more. There was something missing there.
Yeah, with Toby Jones and Gillian Anderson and his family.
Yeah, I felt there was just something was missing. Maybe they cut something that should have been put in
Also,
there.
I don't believe that Toby Jones would be married to Gillian Anderson. I mean, come on. He's in everything, but he wasn't that good looking when he was younger.
It was a bit, well, anyway.
That's a bit far-fetched.
Remember, they're in the colonies. There's hardly anybody there to marry.
It's 19th century. He's a doctor. He's a surgeon. He has money. So maybe that's it. So he's well off. Okay. In that time period, yes. Today, no.
Weird thing. I felt like, yeah, it was a reach. What happened with that family? It was a real reach.
Yeah.
And it was weird.
I found it unbelievable.
Yeah.
The mystery was good. It didn't drag at all. Like, it just kept going, and they're just like, okay, we found out this, and then we're moving on.
I liked the
so that was quite good.
Poe's
Edgar Allan
portrayal.
Yeah,
I did enjoy that. He was weird. He was a different fellow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they had like a raven fly by at one point, which was cute. But I just felt it was the horror part of it was such a reach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it didn't.
I like the 19th century setting, which Christian Bale does a bunch of these.
They did a
it's
good
like 3 or 4 that he's done now, 19th century period pieces.
I love the amount of candles.
The mystery was interesting. The resolution at the end I thought was kind of dumb because of too much coincidence. And I like Toby Jones being in it. And yeah, the portrayal of Edgar Allan Poe was good. Christian Bale was pretty good in it. Production values were good.
Yeah, it was just the horror.
And it's a
element.
Netflix movie, so usually when things get released directly to streaming, they're crappy. But this was pretty good. They could have made some money off this in the theater, I think.
Right.
If they put it in theaters for a couple weeks.
It's almost a bit of Scooby-Doo in there. Really. It was almost like a Scooby-Doo ending. Well, it was the motel manager scaring the kids to move out of the motel. You know,
Old Man Withers from the old motel.
Yeah, it was a bit like that. And that was the part that we didn't enjoy about it because it was a bit silly.
So, what rating would you give this?
I'll probably give this one a 65.
65?
Yeah.
I would say I enjoyed it a lot more than what I didn't like, so I'm going to give it a best movie ever. However, I'm not going to watch this again. It was a fun time.
The darkness of it, I think they really created that time frame properly, because a lot of movies do not. But
it had a nice aesthetic, and the tone, the atmosphere set the tone well, because it was darker, and it was misty, and it was snow time, so you didn't see the sun a lot. It was a lot of overcast.
They filmed it in Pennsylvania or something?
They could have filmed that here for all I care. I mean, it looks like here with all the overcast, you never see the sun.
Anyway.
Okay. Would you recommend people check this out if they're looking for a mystery period piece in the 19th century?
Edgar Allan Poe, I guess. But they're not going to like that horror element of it. I think that was just ridiculous.
If you're into this genre, 19th century period piece, mystery, if you like Christian Bale, Toby Jones, Gillian Anderson, I'd say check it out. It's worth a watch.
Just close your eyes at one point.
I didn't find anything that bad. It is rated R, I believe.
I thought it was stupid. That part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know what you think of this movie, whether you liked it or not, what worked for you, what didn't. Let us know down in the comments below. That just came out this past week. So, what else we got? Oh, I went to see a movie on Thursday. I went to go see the brand new movie Plane, starring Gerard Butler and Mike Coulter.
What'd you think?
It was alright. It was a generic action movie, although I did post a spoiler-free review on my channel, okay, right out of the theater. You can always check that out. Going more into depth, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's not that much to spoil.
It was a fun action movie.
It's an action movie, but it didn't have that much action in it.
Oh.
It was good to see Luke Cage, Mike Coulter again in a movie. I haven't seen him since he was in some religious movie for Sony. Apparently he's been in a bunch of stuff, but nothing I've seen. It seemed like a rather generic Gerard Butler action movie because he's been doing a lot of that stuff in the past few years. I mean, there was a gun battle at the end, which was kind of There was a lot of unbelievable stuff I found about the plane itself.
Oh,
what they do with the plane, I'm like, I don't believe that would happen, or that would happen, or that would happen.
We don't have an aviation.
So this is kind of a over-the-top action world. There was a little bit of good action in it, but it didn't last very long.
No.
Like, there's one point in the movie, small spoiler, where Mike Coulter has a 20-pound sledge, and he's just wrecking guys with it. But only like 2. Whereas we just saw that in Violent Night with David Harbour, when he takes that sledge, and he's taking out all that special ops team, which weren't very good at their job, because he's just taking them out with a 20-pound sledge and killing them, which was great because it was set to This Is Christmas by Bryan Adams.
I thought that was fun. I did it better.
Oh, way better.
Yeah, too bad.
Because there was a couple of times where he's sneaking up on people and that's over. I'm like, okay, I know they got it. Anyway, if you want a generic action movie, it's all right. I think they could have cut out 20 minutes and then it would have been an hour and a half or less. Would have been much more fun. Make it tighter and much more fun, so that you're not dragging it out.
Right.
It didn't have as much action in it for me, and it was a bit unbelievable, but I'm not going to spoil what happened. Okay. So, what would I give it, though? Best movie ever or worst movie ever?
If you went to see an action movie, were you satisfied? It wasn't having any deep meaning or anything. I mean, it wasn't about that.
I guess I had some fun, because there were some tense parts of it, so I'm never going to watch it again. Should I give it best? I'll give it best movie ever.
More than not like it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gerard Butler. A lot of his movies these days have been pretty garbage since 300. I haven't seen him in anything good since then. But that's just me. If you really like his movies, let me know. Let us know. Are you going to check out this movie, Plane?
Probably not, unless it comes on streaming, because I got a long list I got to get caught up from 2022 I haven't seen yet.
No, I'm not into
action movies as much.
Oh, no. I don't feel good about that, giving it a best movie ever rating. But I'm going to stick with it now.
That's why
I'm not going to watch this again.
Involved in your ratings.
There's no nuance.
Like there's
no nuance on the internet. It's either best movie ever or worst movie ever.
It sounds like it's getting a 70.
Well, I'd say if at best it's getting a 51%
here. Okay.
Or maybe a 50, and I'm like, that's why I don't feel good about it. But I don't do numbers. It's either best movie ever or worst movie ever.
Yeah, this is like not elementary school when 60 was the past.
Are you guys going to go see Plane starring Gerard Butler and Mike Coulter, who used to play Luke Cage? You should do that more. You guys going to check this out? Did it work for you or not? Let us know why down in the comments below. You got a review for us next year?
What do I have?
Infinite.
Oh, Infinite.
Came out last year from Paramount.
Yes. Now, we didn't review Uncharted on our show.
Yeah, we weren't doing that then. Came out in January.
Yeah, really? It was that long ago?
I'm pretty sure it was January.
Yeah. Well...
Let me check it out.
Basically, this is...
Did you enjoy this movie?
No.
No.
I didn't. I had to sign off at one point. I started reading the news. It's another Mark Wahlberg movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the acting in it. It came out in 2021. It's listed as action sci-fi. It's on Prime right now.
Yeah. I think it's on Paramount Plus too, but we don't have that.
Yeah,
so.
we don't have that. And it's got, I can't say his name probably. Should I wait till Ejiofor?
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah. He's like the villain.
I was wrong. Uncharted came out in February, but pretty close to the beginning of the year.
Right. It also has Jason Mantzoukas.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of things. He's pretty funny.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the acting. It's the story that is very poor, and it's very insulting. Like, Uncharted was ridiculous and insulting to the audience, but this is going way farther than that. The premise is really ridiculous. The premise is, I'll tell you what it's about, because please don't watch it. It's just terrible.
It's got low ratings on Rotten Tomatoes.
The premise is that it starts with a car chase, and I noticed right away, it was a Testarossa car. It was the car from Miami Vice that they were driving. Okay. And I thought, that's weird, because that's like an older car. Probably from 88, 89, something like that. Anyway, and there's a crash, and then people get killed by a bad guy. Anyway, the idea is that all these people regenerate into now babies, and they remember all of their past lives. And there's 500 of them.
So it's about reincarnation. That's why it's infinite.
It's different than even a reincarnation. They have exposition in the beginning telling us all this stuff, which I always hate too. You hate that a lot. Like, a narrator tells us all of this, right? So there's about 500 of these people. It's like
homework at the beginning of the movie, and the text comes up slowly.
And they started off back in the day, and now they're all the same people. They just get reborn, and then they find each other somehow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty lame.
So you didn't enjoy this?
Well, the main characters. So the problem is, this is probably, if this was 88 when this character was born, this is not too much in the future, okay? Because Mark Wahlberg is my age. He was probably born in 74 or something like that. So this is probably, 14 years from now. No. The technology they have in this is ridiculous. Just because people have lived lives over and over doesn't mean that they're going to be able to have all this technology. So does it jump many periods? No.
Because if you die and then suddenly you're born again, you got to wait another 20 years?
The guy that dies in the car accident, who he plays, is apparently the main good guy. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then there's of course these 500 wise people are divided only into two groups. Now that would never happen. The good guys and the bad guys. That makes no sense. Okay, and the bad guys, this is the biggest flaw in the movie. The bad guy has made an egg, they call it, looks like a little egg, that will destroy all life on Earth so that they can never get regenerated again.
With an egg.
It looks like an egg. It looks like a gray Fabergé egg or something. Yeah. And the whole premise is this guy when he died in this car crash or whatever, he's taken it with him and no one knows where it is, and no one's been able to find him. And the reason why no one was able to find him was because he had got in an accident or something and he got a plate in his head. And he thinks he's schizophrenic. He's been diagnosed schizophrenic, and he can't keep a real job because he keeps on hearing all these other voices, because this is other lives. And he's been lost to them. So no one knows where this egg is, right? Then they find it's him, and it's ridiculous car chases and ridiculous.
That sounds convoluted.
It is. But the thing that they messed up in this movie, the bad guy has a gun that shoots you, and you then don't get to regenerate. He actually puts you into a little microchip that he puts in his office. So if he didn't want to be reborn again, all he had to do is get one of his little cronies there to shoot him with said gun, and then he wouldn't regenerate again. That's a big fault in the movie. It's really, really dumb. And he's got this big glass wall. And Toby Jones is in it too, by the way. He's only in everything. And
well,
he gets
it's got
shot
a
with the gun.
17% rotten critic
poor.
rating on Rotten Tomatoes and 34% audience score. So, and usually audiences are pretty forgiving, but
it's really, really,
this went
really dumb.
This is why it went directly to streaming on Paramount Plus, because they couldn't be bothered to put it in the theater.
The premise of the movie itself, the story overwrites itself, because all he needed to do was shoot him with his own gun, which is not. I mean, if this was 2,000 years in the future, okay, maybe I could buy it. Probably not, but still. Mm-hmm. This is now, or 10 years from now. And they have all this technology just because they've lived many lives. Mm. It's really, really stupid. Way stupider than Uncharted. So Uncharted is way better than it, so that's really bad. That's a
So you're using Uncharted as your yardstick for movies now?
No,
is it better or worse than Uncharted?
This one, he's also in Uncharted. This is a movie from the next year, and it's similar. But Uncharted was also very foolish, but not half as foolish as this movie. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like I'm going to waste my time on it. Okay, so you're giving it a worst movie ever.
Yeah, I'm giving this movie a 26.
26, wow.
Yeah.
Still more than the critics did.
My worst rating ever.
Okay. I'm not going to check it out, but are you guys watching Infinite on Paramount Plus, or it's also on Prime now? Let us know what you thought of it if you did down in the comments below. I'm interested in hearing what other people think.
It's really bad.
Okay, so I checked out, on your recommendation, I checked out Gudetama.
Yeah.
An Eggcellent adventure on Netflix, mostly because they're short.
They're
cute. So I started watching. I'm like, yeah, this will be fun and hopefully really funny. And I'm like, yeah.
It's not really funny. It's Japanese.
Yeah. There was no real laugh out loud moments in it. I think I got 5 or 6 episodes in, and I was just like, I'm going to bed, and I doubt I'm going to go back to watching it. It's well made.
It's cute.
And it's got, that's the thing. It's about, it's cute concepts and characters and fun animation. It just seemed more juvenile than what I'm interested in.
It is for all ages. This is something, the reason why I said it's something that even a 2-year-old can watch.
But I found that this is
watch.
Something that really didn't keep my attention, though. I'm like, it's kind of boring a bit at times.
The whole thing is only probably 40 minutes long. I don't know. Anyway, it's cute.
I think it's 10 episodes.
Some of them are very short.
Some of them are 15 minutes long.
I guess.
So,
but if you want something to watch that the entire family can watch, there's not much. And that's a thing that everyone can watch. And it's cute.
I guess.
And if you're Japanese, you probably like it a lot
I don't
more.
think I enjoyed this as much as you enjoyed it. It's not really my thing. This didn't work for me as well.
I also like sushi.
So
maybe that's why I liked it.
I'm not going to finish watching it. There was I did enjoy how this egg, Gudetama, within a day became Prime Minister of Japan.
Yeah, it's cute.
Okay, I'll try to run for Prime Minister.
Yeah, and it's only people that are really lazy that can see him. Did you get that?
No, I didn't get that far into it.
Yeah, it's only people that are really lazy that can tell he's Gudetama. Yeah, and if you're not lazy, because there's this one guy...
Like the Prime Minister, I guess, because he could
really
see
lazy.
him and hear him.
They think he's dead, but he's actually just laying on the floor because he's lazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cute.
Christine really enjoyed it.
I didn't super enjoy it, but I thought it was cute.
I'm not saying it's bad, because it's not. It just wasn't really for me.
Right.
Anyway, did you guys check out Gudetama, an Eggcellent adventure on Netflix? And what did you think of it? Did it work for you or not? Let us know down in the comments below, and then we'll read it out on the next show. Did you want to review something else, or did you want to wrap it up? We've been going for over an hour now.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I've been watching Jack Ryan. I watched the first 2 seasons previous, and I'm starting again because it's been a while, and I'll talk about that more in the next show. So we'll leave that for the next show.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, we got one comment on YouTube.
Oh.
Dave C. responded to my out of the theater reaction for Puss in Boots.
Oh, yeah?
And he said, I love Puss in Boots a lot. Yeah, excellent, man. I really enjoyed it, too.
Me, too. It's on my top 10. It definitely was in the top 10.
I think it was number 7 for me, I believe.
It's really fun.
And we had Jesse, I'm like, this was great. I'm going to get it on physical media when it comes out. It's not released yet. Yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot for that comment there, David C. And anyone else, leave us a comment on what we talked about there down below. You can also reach us on social media, on Twitter, at Canada Hosers. You can follow the show, and we post there whenever there's a new episode. You can get in touch with the show on Twitter using the hashtag Canada Hosers. And you can also email the show with our Gmail account, CanadaMovieTVHosers@gmail.com. That'll be up on the screen, also in the comments below for all our contact. And be sure, if you enjoyed this, to like and subscribe to our channel for more content. And if you are one of the few people that are watching this, thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
And I hope you're enjoying our nonsensical ramblings.
Yes.
Whether you are or not, let us know down in the comments below. Take care, everyone.
Bye.